Friday, the 13th of February, in the year of our Lord 2024. Dearest Elijah, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to alert you to an unfortunate occurrence regarding your mop, the one you lent me in December. Many moons have passed across the night sky in the time since this favor. I will admit I have put off writing this letter for fear that it might tarnish our friendship. Firstly, let me express my immeasurable gratitude for your willingness to lend me such a precious item. I know you have not mopped the floor even one time since we came together as housemates, but I recognize that one day you might have decided to use it. It means more than I can say that you would allow me the honor of borrowing an item that you might have intended to use eventually. Now for the difficult part. I regret to inform you that your mop is no more. It quite literally no longer exists. I will explain. It was the morning after your birthday party, and one spot on the floor was so sticky that my wet paper towel simply couldn't clean it. It was then that I decided to seek out your mop. At the time I found it, your mop was resting in a bucket of water. It must have been there for a long while, because when I looked into the bucket, the water was a putrid, glowing green. As I removed the mop from its housing, a cloud of smoke floated up in the shape of a skull, who seemed to cackle at me in a way that chilled my bones. A thick layer of what appeared to be old road salt coated the bottom of the bucket, akin to the stones and sand that lay at the bottom of the river Styx. The mop itself appeared like those unfortunate souls who dwell in the river, gray and drained of all life. A callous man, with less regard to your feelings than I, might use the word abominable to describe these conditions. In my lifetime, I've admired no person as much as I admire you, unless I abstain from such strong language. Here is where it happens. I wish it were not my burden to share this dreadful account with you, but you deserve to know the truth. As someone who is the sole participant in the weekly upkeep of the house, I consider myself an expert on matters of cleaning. And I must say, never, in all my years, have I seen an object crumple in the manner that your mop did then. The instant that I set mop to floor, the entire apparatus, handle included, disintegrated into a pile of wet ash. It was as if the very soul of the mop had been clinging precariously onto life and found itself, in that moment, too weak to go on. It was disheartening, to say the least. There was something about this situation that set my teeth on edge. I had set out to clean up a simple spill, and here I was, cleaning not only the spill, but the remnants of the cleaning device itself. The scale of my emotions was unfathomable, as though I had set out on a pilgrimage to seek God in the great unknown, and had instead been faced with the sickening truth that God is no better than man, that his greed and cruelty is endless and incurable, that the universe exists only to quench his perverted, sadistic obsession with the pain of others. Seriously, man, what the fuck? I mean, really, the only reason I even had to borrow your shit mop in the first place is because you broke mine, using it as a prop horse for that god-awful short film you love to talk about so much! I apologize, my dear friend. I should not address you in such an uncouth manner. Your friendship is the only tenderness I can call mine on this cold, flat earth. I simply beg you to change your ways, to store household equipment properly, and ensure that I never have to go through this again. Deadass, dearest roommate of mine, this has been a scarring experience beyond the natural bounds of anything I have ever witnessed in my 21 excruciating years. If I were to ever experience something this horrifying again, I believe that, like the mop, I would disintegrate into nothing. With eternal love and devotion, Cooper. P.S. Thoughts on Guzmani Gomez for dinner? I hear Australian Mexican food is in right now.
Heart been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe.